Frontier opening bell Thursday, the night of March, and this is how we're getting the day started here on Frontier Africa Reports. The Nigerian markets went up strongly, 0.35% on Wednesday, and thanks to that big jump in two of the most capitalized stocks on the Nigerian exchange, Dangote Cement in industrial goods and MTN, the telco giant. Both companies lifted the markets strongly to the upside. We saw a few profit taking on Lafarge Africa, which is the third largest cement maker, because of that very robust earnings for full year 2022 that company released on the exchange. The banking sector saw a few load shedding across some of the big names in the banking space. However, the market finished off very nicely, as you can see, strongly above the 55,000 reading on the day that the central bank also conducted its weekly primary market auction for treasury bills. The BRVM fell by 0.38%. The Egyptian market for the fourth trading day of the week was down by 0.75%. In Nairobi, the market was down very sharply below the 120 reading. That's a very deep dive Wednesday. 3.63% for the all-share index in Kenya, while the GSE fell 1.04% to 77,741. Not with the news coming through after hours that S&P global ratings have caught South Africa's junk bond debt into revises from positive to stable. That's a dent on South Africa's investment grade rating. The S&P Global, however, retains South Africa's BBB plus a sovereign rating, and that's the news we're waking up to this morning. Let's get a bit more picture from East Africa, where President William Ruto is now asking each county. 47 counties in Kenya, by the way, each county will have to deliver one industrial park, and this administration is supporting each of these parks in each county with 110 million shillings. It looks like a very nice way to go. We've got a similar program done by a few countries around the world, including China and a few others. But let's see how all this go. Try to industrialize the Kenyan economy by assuring that at least one industrial park in each of the counties across the country. If that works out, they got to have 47 minimum industrial parks across Kenya, the biggest economy east of the continent. Now, the parliament has approved the appointment of Susan Koch as new deputy governor at the central bank, working under Patrick Njoroge. We say congratulations. She went through the parliamentary screening just a few weeks ago. And Kenya, with women in leadership positions below the global average of 12%, yesterday's International Women's Day brought to attention why you need more women in the C-suite in Kenya. Data and mobile money businesses contributed to MTN Uganda's profit of about 406 billion shillings that was reported for full year 2022. And the S&P Global Rating says Ethiopia's deal with the IMF is almost done, and that could pave way for Ethiopia to benefit from the IMF's G20 framework for indebted developing countries. So let's go to West Africa. The Central Bank of Nigeria late yesterday released nearly 70-page guideline on what it calls open banking system that the financial regulator wants to be the new order of the day for the most populated and the biggest economy on the continent. You can read up the whole details of that document, 68 pages in the main. The yield on 364-day treasuries yesterday went up to 10% at the Central Bank of Nigeria's primary market auction, the first auction the treasury bills market since the start of March. And Ghana got over 4 billion cedis from treasury bills auction, which was conducted on March the 6th. That was last Friday. But you look at the yield, that was 27%. When I just paid about 10%, Ghana is paying 27%, highly elevated, red hot if you ask me, just to get investors to pick up those treasury bills, no thanks to the recently concluded local debt swap. And the AFDB has issued 50 million Australian dollars A 15-year Kangaroo Green Bond. That bond will mature in March 2038. And the ECOWAS Bank for Investment and Development has rolled out its own green agenda to meet the sustainable development goals and be more friendly, climate friendly in terms of its investment for projects across West Africa. Great news. Let's check with Southern Africa. I just touched about the S&P Global Ratings dents in South Africa's investment grade armor with the latest revision of its junk debt from positive to stable. Business confidence, not great news in yesterday. A new yellow, 2 yellow in the first quarter of this year due to, on the back of the data independent data, due to Eskom's rolling load shedding. Good news, however, for the South African markets. The GSE, which is among the top 20 stock exchanges around the world, reporting full year 2022 revenue up by 5%, headline earnings per share up by 4%, and interest income a whopping 40%. Quite a very positive earnings from the biggest exchange on the continent. And Momentum Life Insurance is reporting a profit surge of 45%, versus new businesses under its umbrella are struggling. The Africa Energy Chamber yesterday launched a new initiative of African Women Business Energy Network. The whole idea of the AWBN, which is headed by the CEO of Adela Energy, Grace Orife, was to see how we can include more women in executive management positions across the energy industry in Africa, and see how the entire traditional energy sector on the continent will benefit more women than men. And that is a new initiative unveiled March 8th, Wednesday, International Women's Day. And we saw, of course, a number of bell ringing across a few exchanges on the continent yesterday by women from Nigerian Exchange to the BRVM in Cote d'Ivoire. Let's sum it up in North Africa, where Tunisia's stock market for the second day is remaining in the negative position. The Tunisian All-Share Index down by 17 basis points as the market continued to react to that suspension until further notice by the World Bank over President Said's anti-immigrant comment, which was made a few days earlier in the week. Morocco's grants Canada's El Khura manganese exploitation license in the country, while Chariot says it's completed the engineering and design for Morocco's offshore gas project. Egypt is looking at a budget deficit of about 367 billion Egyptian pounds, primary surplus of about 25.5 billion pounds, and that was for the second half of 2022, July to December. And that's about it for this Thursday, the 9th of March on Frontier Opening Bell. I am Bosi Namafaye. To have a great day, everyone. You can watch this show again on our YouTube as well as other shows. Go on our website, www.frontierafricareports.com, and follow us on all social media platforms. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.